Ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome you to the art of nonsense. Lan Mind with the takes, it's explosive. Chris Anthony, indie guy, then you know this is Art of Nonsense. What? Art of Nonsense. Who? Art of Nonsense. Art of Nonsense. Yo. Lan Mind with the takes, it's explosive. Chris Anthony, indie guy, then you know this is Art of Nonsense. What? Art of Nonsense. Who? Art of Nonsense. Art of Nonsense.
Yo. An Asian lady, bro. Go back to your
What?
roots.
You know, somebody commented that on one of our videos.
On one of our videos that you're Asian?
Mm-hmm. No, that I should go find an Asian.
Oh.
Asian
Yeah.
Say, yo, find yourself an Asian. Perfect. I'm like, what? Like my grandfather on my mom's side. That's what he did.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go back to your conception roots.
Yo, get out.
That's a good one. You like that? You gotta keep that in. We're gonna keep that in the podcast.
Nah,
your
no
mom's
conception.
Gonna kill us.
Yo, this guy's crazy, bro.
Nah, that's what his parents met. Just so you guys know.
In Japan.
Yeah, that's where he met Mr. Miyagi.
Yo, see, but something's wrong with you. What's wrong with you, yo?
He was waxing on and off. You feel me?
What's wrong with you? Ew, those are my parental units, bro. You're gross, dude. He says I'm the sick one, you know. This guy got the sickness for the thickness, you know.
Man. Oh God, what do you want to talk about, Christopher Anthony?
I don't know, but ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Art of Nonsense podcast. This is episode 35. I'm Chris Anthony, and that's
Lan Mind is explosive. You caught me again, bro. You caught me off guard. I was just looking at my phone.
I had to just get it going.
No, so I was looking down because I returned a phone case. So I didn't have the box. My wife's like, you can return the case, just like return the case. Like, just give them the case.
Who?
So
what phone case is this?
So it's for the iPhone phone case. So the thing is,
I know, but like from what company that you can actually return it
from Amazon. I just ordered it from Amazon. Okay. So I didn't know certain things. Well, I keep boxes for everything. But when I got the phone case, I'm like, I don't need this box because I'm putting it on the phone and get the hell out of here. You know what I'm saying? But I saw
what's wrong with the case though?
Nothing's wrong with the case. The thing is that with the new iPhone, this part here, it's not covered. I don't know if that makes sense.
It just like pokes out type of thing.
Yeah, so this part is always exposed. So I found
like a protection.
I found a case that protects it all, and that's the one I should have went with in the first part. The problem is that the case doesn't have like a kickstand. I like a little kickstand on my phone.
Yeah, cases. Me too. I got that on mine.
Yeah, exactly. I like that. So this one doesn't have it. It is what it is. Whatever, man. But it protects the. It protects.
You could just buy a kickstand though. Why don't you just buy one?
You can buy like a magnetic one that just like goes on it. It's like a MagSafe like kickstand. So I might get that. But yeah. So I was like, I need to get a new case, but I felt weird just hand like here. I gave him the barcode. I'm like, here's the case, and the lady kind of like looked at me. I'm like, yeah.
Why are you returning this?
Yeah. So I was like, whatever. But I never done that before. So, and that case, what's crazy, that case was like $43, and the one I'm gonna get now is $21.
$43?
Yeah. You ever spend that much on a case? You probably you're
hell no. I'm going straight to the dollar store right over here.
Oh nah, you're crazy. You drop it and the case breaks.
John. What do you mean? I've had this case for like
you got that from Dollar General?
A year. Yeah.
Nah, you're wilding.
Not a Dollar General. I went to like the 99-cent store, but you know it's always 99 cents and up or whatever.
Yeah.
It was like a $5 case. I've had it forever.
I don't know how 99-cent stores are still in business. Like everything is expensive. How to get away with it?
They became like little delis now, though.
Really? I haven't been.
Like they be having food. They be having like a whole fridge with meat and everything. They have like a little deli. They sell a little bit of everything, you know.
I guess I haven't seen that. You know what I saw? This is here in where I live in Perth Amboy. What's her name? Cameron Diaz is filming a movie here.
So why don't you go be an extra, bro?
Causing all kinds of traffic in the streets, bro.
Go be an extra. Just stand in the background, be like, yo.
You know who's in the movie with her?
Oh, sorry,
it's a Netflix movie. You know who's in the movie with her? You remember the kid that was in the Penguin? The Spanish kid or the black kid. I don't know if he's mixed. The one that the penguin choked out at the end of the show.
I never watched Penguin.
Oh,
I told you that already, though.
I thought you watched it, Chris. You missed out. I know you don't like the Batman movie, the world that it's in, but that show is great.
Oh, I like the Batman movie. I'm just not a huge fan of Batman that I want to watch like his
right.
rogues, TV shows.
Well, the kid that was in that movie, he's in this movie with Cameron Diaz.
It was just movie, not a TV show.
No, it's a movie for her. It's a movie.
No, I'm saying Penguin is not a movie.
Oh no, it's a TV show. It's on HBO Max. Good show though. But yeah, this is the season's back of like TV shows and stuff too. Like Abbott and Elementary came out.
Peacemaker just ended. I gotta finish that.
I haven't even started that. I need to watch that.
It's a good season so far. Supposedly though, people hate the finale.
You see, I know that it's a multiverse thing. I knew that from the trailer. But don't tell me more.
No, but James is gonna say he doesn't plan on doing another season of Peacemaker.
Ooh, so he'll just show up in a movie probably. That's where he's gonna stick him in.
Right. Ayo. Yeah.
But no, it kind of feels that way. I mean, John Cena is getting to a status where his availability isn't as open. So to continuously do a show with an actor at that caliber, like that's
true.
It's gonna be tough scheduling wise.
But like, what else can you cast him for, really?
I don't know. I have to watch the show, and
I feel like it was the same problem like The Rock had.
Ooh, speaking about The Rock, you saw, right? Like it was all over the news about what's his name? The Mark Kerr documentary, The Smashing Machine, how it was the lowest debut in The Rock's career. I think it was only $6 million.
Yeah, that's bad. Domestically, though, right?
Yeah, this is domestic. I don't know what it's done overseas, but for domestic, it was, I think, $35 million to make, and to only make $6 million on its opening weekend.
That's tough. That's tough.
And the thing is, like, it got a lot of praise for his acting. And if you're a fan of UFC and Ultimate Fighting, this is a movie you want to see because you're a fan of someone who started this genre, right? I saw it and it wasn't good. I would say it's probably the best acting I've seen him do from what we talked about before, the Gridiron Gang, right? And that was early in his career. But there's scenes in this movie where even my wife and I, we looked at each other, we're like, this is not good.
This is bad, yeah.
Yeah, like just him being emotional. It's tough to watch because it doesn't feel real enough. It's not impactful. Things that I'm thinking like, man, that's gonna hurt. I was expected to shed a couple tears in this movie. No, I did not.
Right.
There's
Especially
scene
when they gave it like a 50-minute standing ovation or whatever.
I guess what it is that you're seeing a transformation in Dwayne The Rock Johnson, right? This is too much to put together. So many syllables.
Made his name a tongue twister.
Yeah. So we've never seen him in this element where he completely transformed from cosmetics, makeup, all that stuff, hair, and he pulled it off really well. And if you know what Mark Kerr looked like, it's almost very, very close.
Like the wig in this was much better than in his Hercules movie.
Yeah. Out of that 35 million, probably put like 10 million towards that. There's a scene, right? Because Mark Kerr's bald, where they're cutting his hair. That's the wig they're cutting. But you see the little pelitos like showing. And I'm like, whoever did this did a fantastic job. Like, they better get nominated for that. Makeup, they have to, because you know it's The Rock.
They made him look like a completely different person.
Bro, it is insane. It is insane. And then he put on so much weight for this film, like about 30 to 40 pounds. And it's incredible how much, like, he's in his 40s, right? The Rock, but he's trying to look like Mark Kerr in his 20s.
In his 20s.
Bro, AP pulled it off really well. Got really physical. There's things in there that The Rock did really well, so I can see why people gave him a standing ovation. But I just think the acting chops just didn't cut it.
It didn't hit where it was supposed to hit.
Now, Emily Blunt, that girl can act, bro. Oh, yeah. Oh, on point. Bro, I'm telling you, there's a scene in there that had me and my wife at the edge of our seat, like, what the is going on? But it's because the girl who he later marries in his life, she's toxic, man. So when we left, my wife and I, she's like, "You ever experienced that?" And I gave her an example of me experiencing like a toxic woman in your life. So in a sense where she wanted to be heavily involved in his career, but
Yeah.
didn't care to be involved as he was coming up. So it's just like
Mm.
he wants to focus on fighting, but she wants him to focus on her. So how does she do that? She tries to fake it where she's involved so that way she can
But
get
she just here
attention.
to keep, yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
all
yeah,
she just
yeah,
wants
yeah, yeah,
attention from
yeah.
him. And it's like, bro, this is how he's paying for the bills, the house, the cars, and you're just being selfish. And he had a drug addiction and all this stuff like that. And she throws that in his face. She's like, "You're jealous.
Oh,
I
that's
could go
foul.
out with my girls and drink and have a good time." And he's like, I've been trying to be sober. How can you say things like that? Man, that shit hurt. That shit hurt
That
because
shit heard it.
the thing is, as a man, we can speak as men.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've experienced something like that where a woman, they just like they hit you where it hurts and they know where it hurts and they just keep digging it because they want to hurt you in a way where they can't physically do it, but mentally and emotionally, bro. Seeing
Yeah.
that, I was like, oh, that brought me flashbacks,
I've had
man.
multiple women do that.
What is that like for you? Like, does that really hold you back from like your next relationship because you're so afraid of that?
Well, for one, I got toxic back with the first one. Cause she would always do this thing where like she would always make me feel like less of a man, right?
Oof, that's
Oh,
where
you're
that
not
hurts.
you're too this, you're too that.
Yeah.
I'm too nice.
Mm,
Why do you act like this around certain people, but
yeah.
around me you act like this? I'm like, yeah, because I'm around you more than I'm around them. So like obviously when I'm in a group of people, I act a little bit different than when me and you are alone. Would you want me to put on a show for everybody
Yeah, we
and
talked
you?
about that before.
Like,
Yeah.
and her like one time I got like there was only so much I could deal with her like calling me less of a man type of stuff.
That's
Mind
tough.
you, I was taking care of her.
Yeah.
I got a job. I was doing all I had to do.
Yeah.
And she had said it again. Was just like, yo, but like be a man about it.
Oof.
Yo, you don't even got your father in your life. Shut up. I was
Mm.
like, you don't know what a real man is. Shut up. Straight like that. I was like, shut up. Stop talking to me. So I got toxic back. Granted, should I
Yeah.
have done that? Probably not.
That ended the
You know,
relationship, I'm guessing, right?
no, it didn't. It didn't. It
Oh,
was
there
still
was
bad. Like
more?
we kept going for a little bit after that, but like it was
Oh
just
my
bad. It was
God.
one of those relationships where it was like we'd break up and then get back together every couple
Oh,
months.
that
It was like on
sucks,
and off type of-
man.
It was bad.
Yeah.
Um, you know, but it got to the point like I don't get like that often. So you
Yeah.
got me to the point where I was just like, yo, but what do you know about somebody being a man? Your father ain't
Oof.
even here. I was like, shut up. Stop talking to me like that. All right.
What was that response from
Nothing.
her? Like, what was
She
that?
got quiet. She got instantly quiet.
You definitely hit like
100%. Because I'm
yeah.
like, yo, but you keep telling me,
Yeah.
right, that I'm not manly enough.
Yeah.
So then why are you with me then? Why are you bothering with me if I'm not manly enough? And then how do you know what
Yeah.
a man's supposed to be like if your pops ain't even around? Leave me alone, all right?
Yeah.
Because I'm trying. I may not know anything yet. I'm 16, 17 years old, bro. I don't
Yeah,
know.
you're still a kid.
I'm still learning.
I didn't even know it was that young.
Yeah. So I'm like, yo, leave.
You see, that didn't happen for me at a young age. I don't think I witnessed it until I was in my 20s of like that toxic,
Mm,
like, back and forth. Because, when you're dating someone, you're being open with them, you're being
right.
honest with them. And then when they bring
Or
those
trying
things,
to at least.
yeah, when they bring those things up, and it's like, bro, that was between us. Like, I confided in you because I loved you and I trusted you. And you're
Right.
bringing that up to hurt me. Man, not a good feeling. Not a good feeling. When they, they'll say, because I grew up with my dad, not that my mom just abandoned me, but I lived with my dad. So a majority
Right.
of my life is knowing my dad, right?
Same.
So the girl would say, "Oh, you just need attention because your mom never gave it to you." I'm like, damn.
Oh, word.
Damn.
I'm like, yo, us, now.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wow, that's how you really feel?
you are right? Like in a sense, like, yeah, you're right. But if you know what I've gone through, why add to it? Why not try to
Yeah.
work with me to, not fix the problem? Because I don't expect anyone to fix that. That's for me to fix, right? But then, it's like I I would shut down and then never talk to you again. Now it's like I can't.
Because she could have said that in a more like gentle manner.
Yeah.
Like, listen, maybe this is why you feeling the way you feeling.
Yeah.
Not like, yo, shut up, because your mom. No.
Yeah. It'd be like, insecurities too. It's like,
Yeah.
you are looking for validation from women because you don't know what that's like. And I was like, my God, that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying?
You're right, but don't do that. Don't tell me that, yo.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that was tough. And the thing is, like, it would always be where that always comes up in a conversation, like in an argument. And I'm like, bro, you said that last week. Like now it's like it doesn't even hurt anymore because you that's all you have. And me sticking around dealing with that is not easy. It wouldn't be easy for any man to deal with if they were in my situation.
See, but then you know what it is too for me? I've always said this. I was like, I dealt with I forgot what I called it this one time. I called it was like a divorced parent syndrome, right?
Okay. I've never heard that before.
Parents, I made it up myself. It's not like an actual thing.
Okay.
But I was like, because my parents had gotten divorced when I was young, I always took every relationship way more serious than I probably should have. Right?
Okay.
Whereas I treated a regular relationship as if it was a marriage. So like no matter what, I'll deal with it because I don't want to end. Like we can't leave each other. Type of thing. And it was like I should have never done that. There was definitely plenty of times where I should have just been like, yo, I'm leaving. Like, I don't want to deal with this. We're not married. But I was treating, because of my parents' divorce mentally, I learned that through therapy, obviously, but they were like, yo, maybe you treated every relationship like that because your parents got divorced and you didn't want to end up how your parents are now.
Yeah.
I was like, that makes sense.
Yeah.
So like the other relationship where I had a toxic situation, it was like a more of a, this one's worse, I feel like. Because there's one thing to have like the in-your-face toxic, but there's another to have the behind-the-scenes toxic, where they low-key kind of hate you, but you don't know, right? Wow. Until they bring it up, type of thing.
They hate you? That's a strong word.
Not necessarily hate you, but they hate something that's like near and dear to you, right? So remember, I made music. I was on the road. I was doing these things.
Yeah.
The girl was supporting me. Bro, she would come to shows. She would do this, do that. But she was only coming to shows, like you were saying with the movie.
Yeah.
But she was only coming to shows to make sure like I wasn't cheating. Or
to keep dibs on like
or not even just keep tabs on me. But she would get mad that the girls were like, I guess, swooning over me when I was performing or something.
Yeah.
I'm like, I can't control how they look at me. I can control how I react. Do you see me? I'm not hugging on every woman. I'm not Chris Brown and his meet and greets.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're not picking them up.
I'm not wilding. like I'm going to you afterwards. We need to go out and eat right now. Like chill. But she would never say anything. So it would all like she was just building up this mental list of this, and this. And then one day towards the end of our relationship, she brought up everything. She was like, I hate what you do. She was like, I wish you would just stop rapping. Bro, she just poured the whole list of everything that she hated about what I did musically.
And you never knew until this day that
I had no idea. She was like, I hate that you shot the music video with this girl. I hate that you recorded this song with this different girl. I hate that you did shows where there was women artists and you had to go backstage and hang out with them and do. Yo, she had a list,
deeper,
bro.
There's something. It's not you.
That's what I'm
it's
saying.
Something deeper.
That hurt me more because it was like, yo, bro, like, why didn't you tell me that you let me? You stood around for 2 years.
Yeah.
Why didn't you say anything to me? Because if I knew you hated it, first of all, you gone.
Yeah, would you have stopped? I was gonna say, would you have stopped?
I would have broke up with her. I would have been like, yo, so then you're not for me. You know what I'm saying? Similar to how now it's like I'm doing content creation and stuff. If you can't deal with me doing content creation at a specific level, right? Then you're not for me. But you gotta let me know beforehand. You can't tell me almost 3 years after where everything's serious now. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a long time to wait and build, bro, a list, a list. That hurt me because I was like, dang, like this whole time I'm thinking we're good, but I'm over here technically, according to you, breaking your heart by just doing something I enjoy doing,
Yeah. I think relationships, right, at a young age, because you were younger at this point in your life, we make a lot of mistakes. And as you get older, you make mistakes too. Like no one's perfect, right? Like in my marriage, I've been married 5 years. both my wife and I, we've made mistakes, but we learn from them. Something my wife said to me too that I thought was interesting. We met, I was, I think, 31. And she's like, we met at the perfect time in our lives. She was broken up with her kid's father. I was broken up with my son's father. And
Hello?
my son's I know you're gonna make a clip out of this. I know you are.
Hey, yo, that was
It was so like confident too. Oh man. You know what I meant, damn it. My son's mother.
Because it was like you just kept going.
Yeah. It wasn't until you said something I didn't realize what I had said.
My fault. Keep going though.
No, it's okay. But we were already single for some time, and we met by mistake, but we met at the perfect time in our lives because we've already experienced like one of the hardest things in our lives. Like it was a very dark time for me,
Right.
coming from that breakup. And it was definitely hard for her. She's leaving a house where she had everything to going into an apartment with literally like no furniture kind of, apartment. And, you're bringing in she's bringing in two girls. I'm on my own. Like I get to see my son, but she's struggling, single mom, two girls.
Right.
I'm leaving on my own. I lose my job. My dad leaves. I got nowhere to stay, so I had to go move from Staten Island to Jersey. It was just so many things, and it was like the way like everything came together in that time frame where we've had so much experience. Now, did we learn more as we went on? Yeah, because I've even said it too. Like when I first started streaming, even my wife Jess, she was getting jealous of women talking in the chat, and I'm like, bro. Like they know that I'm married. They know that who you are. They're aware.
They've seen your hand in camera.
Yeah, they're aware of you. You know what I mean? Now, will that stop anyone from attempting? No, right? But it was never anything like that. It was just, she had some insecurities of things from her past, and I get it. But we had to sit down and talk, and then we cleared the air. So that's important too. I think as you get older, communication is so important. But when you're younger, you don't know how to communicate correctly, So it's more just banging heads and saying what you feel in that moment rather than taking a moment to really think about things. So that way, you're not against each other. You shouldn't be saying things to hurt one another.
Right, we're not enemies. Like,
yeah,
we're teammates technically. We got to figure this out.
Yeah, exactly. And I think for some men, because of, I guess, fear of like, being hurt as a man, it emotionally, for me, like I don't cry for anything. You make fun of me all the time. I'm not an emotional person.
Cold-blooded.
But I think it's because of over the years of all the things that I've witnessed, it's like I can't show emotion because it will be used against me. I think that's just how my brain is wired.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So a lot of, even like I'll be in the movies. Let's say I'm in a movie by myself. I'll hold back tears. Like no one's near me. No one knows me. And I'm just, I can't cry. I can't
cry. I don't mind crying. I think like for me, I think that's why I've been single for so long. Is because not because of fear of hurt, like heartbreak, whatever that happens. I just don't want to waste my time or my money anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I almost got married, so it was like I was 22 at the time.
Yeah,
almost got married, young. She was older than me. That's the one that hated my my music stuff, by the way. So I was like, yo, I almost got to that plateau, the end of the tunnel type of stuff. And it was like, I just wasted 3 years of my life and all this money doing this and this and this. I was like, now, I'm still trying to navigate. How do I not waste anybody's time, including my own? Because I don't want to waste her time. No, don't want to waste my time. I kind of want to, but I got to figure out who's worth it, to spend my time with and spend my money. And because relationships, whether we like it or not, is an investment.
Oh
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Oh yeah.
You're
It is.
investing not only
It's a
your
business.
time, your
Yeah.
money, your future, because this is the person that you eventually want to spend the rest of your life with.
Yeah.
And that comes with unfortunately, a contract, a legally binding
Yeah.
contract where we're together now. We won. You feel me? Whether
Yeah.
you take my last name or not, because you feel me,
Ooh, take your
modern
last
day
name or
times,
not. How would
I'm
you
not
feel
gonna
about
force you
that?
to do it. I don't care. You
So
don't have
if
to say
she
my
said,
last
I
name.
don't want your last name, you take my last name.
No, I'm not doing that either. Our kids gotta have my last name though. That to me is like if we have kids, hey, they're gonna have my last name. You feel me?
Okay.
But I'm not gonna force her to change, because you know this too, especially at my age. Like, that's been their name their whole life. I don't want you to, unless you want to. I'm not gonna force you. Like, it's not gonna be a deal breaker for me. Like, hey, if you don't change your last name to Garcia, you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? Yo, that's the last name. Have fun.
That's
That's it.
interesting. I don't know. I'm not against that. I'm not. I'm for it. Like if they don't want to change their last name or they want to hyphen it, whatever they want to
Right?
do.
Yeah, like that's fine. Whatever you're comfortable with, is
Yeah,
good.
I respect that. But when Jess and I were getting married, she was really in the beginning. She's like, I want to keep my last name, and I was like,
Right.
yeah. First of all, that's not gonna happen. That's what I told her. I said, as much as I love you, I cannot. I don't know. I know my life isn't traditional, like sex before marriage. Like I know we haven't created that
Right.
yet. So like people say, oh well, the last name is traditional, but your whole life wasn't. Like yeah, I get that. But for whatever reason, for me, in my mind, it's like if we're gonna do this, I want to do it the way it was intended.
Traditional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a big fight, but in the beginning she was just like, I would like to, and I'm like, I respect that. I'm not against it, but if we're gonna do this, that's how I want it to be done.
Right.
Because you
No, that
think
makes sense.
the wedding is for both parties, right? And traditionally, it's usually we're gonna celebrate the woman. It's the looking for the dress and
The bride. Yeah.
There's so much focus on the woman that the guy is like a afterthought. You
Yeah,
know
they
what I
don't even
mean?
eat during the reception.
It's crazy. I mean, my wedding wasn't huge. I think it was something because it was done in 2020, so it's like COVID was around. It was a lot of things. So we try to keep it like really tight, close knit.
Right.
Immediate family kind
Small
of thing.
party type
Yeah,
of thing. Mhm.
we didn't have a reception. We literally did the wedding, and thank you all for coming. Peace. It was simple. It was just I guess the timing and how everything went.
Yeah.
But for me, when I had my son, when I was with his mom, that was one thing that I told her. I said, listen, if we're gonna do this and we're gonna have a kid and it's a boy, I have to name it after me. I'm a junior, right? So it was like I wanted
Right.
to keep that tradition going where my son is the third. And
Yeah.
I pray and hope that he does it, but I won't be mad. Let's say my son has a kid and he just names the boy Joshua. All right, fine.
Right.
Whatever. I wish it wouldn't have
But
been
for
that
you
way.
personally, you were like, I need it.
I would
Yeah.
love if my son if he had a kid, and it was a boy, he'll name him the fourth. Like, it just for me, in my mind, it was just, we keeping the
It's
name
like
going.
passing down the lineage. Yeah. I know what you mean.
So his mom was okay with that. And she was like, if we have another kid, I would like to name it. I'm like, you can name the kid Orange. I don't care.
Whatever. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But this first kid has to be after me, And she was okay with that. So there are just things, I don't know, maybe I'm old school in certain ways, but it was just like, if we're getting married, you got to have my last name. If we're going to have my son, he has to have
Right.
my full name, And it's just weird like that. And again, I'm not like, hard on it. Like I said, if my son wants to do whatever he wants, that's cool. Like if you get married and you and your wife decide you don't want to, I support that. I think that's, we're in a world where things have,
thing.
yeah, but it's so different the world we're in now. It's not like what it used to be. So I think it's more just, supportive of someone's decision, and that's between you and the woman you're going to marry. This is the decision you're going to make for the rest of your life.
Right. Like, hopefully you love me enough that you want to take my last name.
Yeah. And there's no issue.
But if you don't, It's
Yeah.
not. I'm not gonna like stress out. Like, oh my gosh, she hates me.
Yeah.
First of all, getting married in general is mad
Yeah.
work and it's scary in itself.
Yeah.
If
Oh
you
my
don't want
God,
to
it's
change your last
stressful. Yeah.
name, you don't have to change your last name,
Yeah.
shorty. We alright. Don't worry. I know you love me because you stood this long. You feel me?
Yeah. And that's the thing. Like,
Nobody else has.
my wife and her sister, it's only them two, and they're girls. So,
Right.
you know, her last name is Torres. Those names are now gone because her sister's married, and now she's married to me. So
See, that's another reason too, because I'm like, yo, but like, I get it. That's been, especially at my age now. You know, I'm 31 too, so it's like,
yeah,
I was like, yo, that's been your name for 30 plus years, shorty. Like
yeah. If you want to keep
that's
it, I
not easy
support
for
you
you
on
to
that.
change
Yeah,
it, you know?
yeah.
So
But I think some women, you know, they look at it as an opportunity to begin to start a new life, a new journey
yeah,
with their new family. You know what I mean? And I think that's cool too, man. Marriage is a beautiful thing. You know, it's just like having kids is a beautiful thing.
it's work.
Yeah,
but-
it's work. It could be stressful. And I was gonna say that, like, when I said earlier that marriage is a business, it's not. There's no love involved. Obviously, there's love, but
right.
it's you're signing a contract. Obviously, if you're religious or whatever, you're a believer. You're someone of, you know, Christian faith or whatever the case may be. You know, it's
An oath under God.
yeah, exactly. And when I say business, it's not to diminish those things of people's beliefs, but it is where, you know, my wife and I, we have a joint account. Our funds come together. We pay these bills together. It's not you know, you pay your bills, I'll pay mine kind of thing. You know, we're in this together. You know, we're paying the rent together. You know, everything comes together. Now, do I have a separate account? Yeah, and so does she. My separate account is whenever, like, let's say,
For fun.
yeah, no. Imagine it's like, oh, this is my gambling money, you know. No, it's when, you know, streaming, you get paid for streaming, you know, stuff like that. And I usually use that to put back into the content, whether it to be purchase items or video games.
Investment
stuff.
money.
Yeah, exactly. So it doesn't affect our income. It's just whenever I get those funds, I reinvest it back here. And that's just how I did it. I don't know how anybody else does it. You may do it that way. I'm not sure, you know, when that time comes. But I think having that too, you know, like my wife has her own account. Let's say she played the lotto or whatever. She got $1,000. She'll take half of that. She'll put it in her account, and then she'll put the other half in our account. You know, or sometimes she put in the whole thing in our account. You know, it happens that way. It's just so that way we can separate the things where this is my fund and it has nothing to do with, because a lot of the money is already allocated. Yeah.
Right.
So it's a business, you know, and you wanna work together. You know, finance is another problem in marriages too, man. It can make or break you guys. Because let's say you just start going crazy spending and now rent's due and you can't pay the rent because
Now we homeless.
Yeah, because you want to be a fool, you know what I'm saying, and buy whips and chains and shit.
You want to get a parlay on FanDuel.
Yeah, stuff like that. You know, and that happens. That's the crazy part. It does happen. So you want to be careful and be honest, be open with one another, you know, so that way they know where the money's going. Anytime, and I know some people are like, oh, you're whipped. No. I'm a husband. There's responsibilities. Anytime I go and spend money, I talk to my wife first.
People that say that don't deal with women. That's my take on that. I don't care what are you talking about? Yes, I am whipped. So what? And what now?
It's just, you know, I expect that from my wife too. Like whenever she purchased something, let's say there's something she purchased and I'm like, bro, what is this? Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot. It happens. You know, she'll buy things for the kids or whatever. Something's coming from Amazon. I'm like, yo, there's 6 boxes here. I don't know what this is. I'm about to send it right back. Oh no, I'm sorry. I got this. And I'm like, all right, cool. You know, and the thing is like, you know, you got to be able to have that conversation about your budget. There's a lot of things involved. Like it's a big deal. It's a big deal. There was a guy that my wife likes to watch. Where it's like 3 people. Dave Ramsey is one of them, and there's another guy. I forgot his name. She even got his book and shit. Ramit. He even had a Netflix series. His name is Ramit, and it's good stuff, man. It's really good. It's very important when you're married. It's more than just one another loves one another. There's a lot of things involved, you know, because now your lives, she depends on you, you depend on her. You guys work together to make, you know, greater things. You know, even if you want to start a business, you guys work together on that, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's important, especially when that day comes for you and you're still doing this, that she invests in that because it's something that you love. And same thing, if she wants to create something, you invest in that. That's important.
100%.
Yeah. Now, do you want to go into this segment that you had?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's about time.
Chris has a new segment.
Yeah. It's gonna be called Certified Nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Put the thing on the screen right now, Lewis. Okay, that's the time to put the sticker. Let me stop. Today's
Chris is sick.
Today's situation, I guess, the certified stamp of nonsense is the media's portrayal of the Mark Sanchez situation. You know what happened. Do you know the full story though?
Not me. You got to tell the audience, bro. Because
I know, but I'm asking you if you know, because they're gonna be like, what?
All right, so I know a little bit. I didn't get too much into it because Mark Sanchez is nobody to me. He played for the Jets. Yeah, exactly. F him. But
let's go Jets.
From what I saw on TMZ, he got stabbed, and then the next day he's getting arrested. So
the media portrayal,
how you get stabbed and get arrested?
They made it seem like he was the victim.
Yeah,
right. They're like, "Oh, prayers up, Mark Sanchez in critical condition. In the hospital."
They didn't have the whole story.
What happened? He got stabbed. What? How did he get stabbed? Nobody shared anything until we found out next. The cops, as soon as he got off of critical condition and he's up, they arrested him instantly. And the whole situation was, he was at like a hotel or something like that. It was a delivery driver, like a FedEx, whatever, like a post office delivery guy. He's just doing his job. Mark Sanchez didn't like the way he was parked, so he pressed the guy. The guy at first pepper sprayed him to like, yo, get away from me. Yeah. Mark Sanchez ate the pepper spray and started beating the dog shit out this dude. So the dude pulls out the pokey and starts poking Mark Sanchez up because he's trying to protect himself. The guy's defending himself. Yeah. But Mark Sanchez beat the living hell out this dude for no reason, just because of he didn't like the way he parked in that area. He was in like the alleyway of the hotel, God knows doing what, and then came and just started fighting the guy, started beating the shit out of him, bro. Wow. So that's why he got arrested. Because
over the way you parked, that's insane.
Over the delivery guy,
he's like not even staying. He's just parking for a couple minutes and he's out.
Gonna get in and get out. You just ruined that. And it's an old dude too. It wasn't even like a young guy. Guy was super old, like 70 years old.
Well, Mark Sanchez, I'm sure he got fired already, right? From like NFL Today.
He's cooked. Yeah. It's over. And you know what it is though? It might be some CTE stuff, bro.
You think so?
100%, because Mark Sanchez doesn't even remember what happened.
Well, yeah, that's why he's not in the league.
It's either CTE or drugs, heavy drogas that he was on. Because how do you not remember beating the life out of an old man? That's for no reason, for the way he was parked. Is crazy, you know.
Do we know the condition that the driver's in now? Is he okay?
I think he's fine.
Okay.
I don't know if he's like out the hospital yet, but he's alive. He's not dying or anything.
You better sue the living lives of him, bro.
He got a great lawsuit, whether it be
press all the charges.
Mark Sanchez alone.
Yeah.
And he could sue the media.
Yeah.
Because they made it seem like, remember, they made it seem like Mark Sanchez was the victim of a stabbing when the guy was just trying to protect himself. So he can have a double whammy. Good retirement monies. So the certified,
no more deliverings.
The stamp for the certified nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Put the stamp back up there, Lou.
Do you even have a logo for this thing?
I'm gonna get it before you edit.
Okay,
that's a bar.
I'm gonna get it before you edit. Got it.
But that's it. Certified nonsense. You know the vibes, baby. Until next time, keep gaming.
Well, you gotta end it for real this time. You know, you gotta tell people where they could catch it. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe. It's free. You know what I'm saying? Comment
hit that
below.
Thumbs up on the YouTube side, because if you don't hit the thumbs up, you don't help us with the numbers up. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever that means.
The numbers up, Lou. Come on, man.
But you said numbs
with
up.
The rhyme. Yeah, nums. I can't say numbers. You put the hard ER at the end, it ruins the rhyme scheme, bro. Come on, man.
You know,
subscribe to that YouTube channel, like the video, subscribe to or follow the podcast on the Spotify's. You know what I'm saying? Because we there too. And then follow the IG, the TikTok. It all is the AON pod, right?
Yeah, Art of
Yeah,
Nonsense.
No, we don't have the Art of Nonsense.
I know
We put
AON pod. Yeah, that's what I said.
The Art of Nonsense podcast, but look up that @name at the AON pod. AON is in all caps. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna be all in descriptions below if you want to just follow us. You know.
Yeah, right down here, over there.
Yeah.
Over here. You know what I'm saying? But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us to talk about the nonsense and the art of it. Until next time.
Peace. You never know how to just end it. Until next time. You love that.
Yeah, keep gaming.